Pappy's Porter. This is, it's really good to see this back in existence again. This is one of my favorite beers at the pub. It's a classic, very traditional brown porter. At the pub, when we opened up with 4 original beers, and Pappy's Porter was one of them. And anytime you came into the pub, you were guaranteed to get those 4 beers plus whatever else I felt like having on tap. Porter, I love the style of porter. This is one of the very early beers. The first homebrew batch of beer that I ever brewed was a porter. I have very fond memories of Catamount Porter. That was like one of the very first craft beers I ever saw or got my hands on. And it's when my brother-in-law was in the Beer of the Month Club, and Catamount Porter was the beer of the month. And I remember sitting out on his porch one summer having dinner, and that was the beer that he brought out. And I was just entranced by the bottle, the Catamount, the old logo on there, and Vermont and everything. It was at a very crucial time in my life and in the time when I was deciding what to do and where I was gonna go. And there was something that really drew me to Vermont, and that was a big part of it. You know, sitting there having that Catamount, being like, wow, Vermont, you know, they got it going on up there. And then, you know, 6, 7 months later, I moved up here, and that was that. So we're really excited to have this back again. It is 5%, very drinkable, very sessionable kind of dark beer. There's a lot of different takes on porter nowadays. I keep this very traditional, which is, you know, it historically is meant to be get out of work and have something hearty when you're done. Something a bit more chewy and lively than your regular old pale ale. And yet at the same time still be refreshing and light-bodied. You know, some porters are huge and rich and barrel-aged and this and that, but this is designed to be beautiful in its simplicity. The 5% alcohol keeps it very reasonable, so you can have a couple of these in one sitting. But at the same time, in my opinion, a porter is almost a dark light beer, if that makes any sense. It is all the beautiful characteristics of a dark beer, but at the same time still being refreshing and crisp like a light beer, and something that you want to drink at the end of the day of work. Again, every time, put my nose right in there. The chocolate malt is what gives it this color and gives it the flavor. There's no roast barleys in there. I like to keep that character. I don't like that dark burnt character of a roasted barley in a beer like this. And I think it keeps it very light and refreshing and drinkable. I know we've got a lot of people out there, a lot of locals that are just gonna be tickled by the fact that this is back on tap, as are we. It's very exciting now. We're hitting that time where we can start bringing back old recipes, and this one is near and dear to our heart. So hope everybody enjoys Pappy's Porter.